This is Whistler Bike Park, and it's what many people know as the greatest mountain biking there is. But there's always been one question in my mind. Is it overrated? Today, as someone who traveled all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, I will tell you all my thoughts and tell you if I think, for you personally, if it would be worth it for a trip. To start off, let's talk about the bike park. For me, Whistler Bike Park has the most versatile riding there is, from the easiest of easy greens to some of the most difficult runs there is. The trail you see me on now is Crank It Up, a fun, easy, blue flow line. More blue lines like this are B-Line and World Cup single track. If you want to go with the blue tech route, here's some trails. One trail I did not add was Monkey Hands because it is a black, but I would say it's a very easy black. If you're looking for the most scenic run, I would do Uno Moss top to bottom from the Garbanzo lift. The Garbanzo zone also has some amazing, very difficult tech. I took Uno Moss in the late afternoon on my last day, and it was one of the greatest views I've ever seen. Now let's talk about the hard stuff. And I'll start off by talking about the hard jump lines, like A-Line and Dirt Merchant. Some great warm-ups for this kind of stuff is anything in the Gatorade Skills Park, as well as Seymour. Now, I didn't get any footage on A-Line, but it is the most fun run I've ever done. And if you have the skill for it, I would definitely do it. Two very difficult tech trails that I did not get to recording was Angry Pirate, which is a black, and Canadian Open, which is a double black. Now let's talk about our next topic, the vacation aspect. I'm gonna take it to the tech one that's right to the left of it, so just watch out for that. Here's a few great things to do besides biking in Whistler. Of course, you're in the mountains. You can take a chairlift ride at the resort or take a hike around, and everything is beautiful. One of my favorite things I did with my family was the peak-to-peak gondola. But there's many more hikes and really scenic spots around and in the resort. And even if that's not your thing, the village is amazing. And there's so many shops, and it's just a great experience overall. The bike park has lots of things said about it, and almost all are extremely good. But does that mean they're true? Well, it's complicated, and it all depends on how you spend your trip. For me, I know I wish I would have tried harder stuff and pushed myself a little more. But that doesn't mean the park is overrated. If I would have tried harder stuff, I know for me, my trip would have been lots better. But it was still really good even in my comfort zone. Compared to other bike parks, Whistler is much more well-built, very professional, but sometimes you get to some areas on trails where it's really rutted out. This, of course, is just really hard to avoid with how many people are riding through here every day. My final thoughts, the park is perfectly rated.